So for a mounted position, I don't have too much to add to that in terms of gi besides the choke and how the choke can relate to a lot of that, okay? So go ahead and put your head over here. And we already talked about this in, the closed guard of how to get the submission, but I'm going to be punching past, right, and grabbing grips. So just a quick review, I'm not going to get too much into detail. My thumb goes in the gi, I'm trying to get my pinky behind his ear. And I do the thumb in cross collar, turning his neck to the side, and I reach 4 fingers into the other side to zip tie. Remember, I'm trying to turn his neck. When I turn his neck, I get his neck out of alignment with the spine, making him weak. In addition, I'm allowed to put my forearm right on that artery, and as I turn his neck, his artery is forced to come to the surface, okay? So out of alignment, get to his artery, and now I get to apply all those things at once. Now, at the same time, when I zip tie, I pull this other lapel towards me, it's gonna lock up this other, right? It's gonna lock up the other artery on this side with that zip tie motion, pulling him into my forearm as I'm pushing down with my forearm. So I'm in here, turning his neck, and now pulling him into the choke, while at the same time compressing, getting that submission. So when I'm in gi, the first submission I actually go for is a choke. I go for the choke, attacking his neck. If he goes to defend, that's when I start to get the arm bar, right? Another one is as he goes to answer the phone to defend or something where, he's doing one of these, perfect. That's when I start to get my S mount. And then I get my arm for the arm bar, okay? So this is a cool way to start combining certain things. So as I start going for this choke, boom, Americana is right there because he's gonna have to take his arm away from his body, making his arm weak in order for me to, or allowing me rather, permitting me to get that Americana motion. So choke in, turning, finishing. He goes to defend, oh perfect, Americana. All right, he gets his arms too far away from his body, perfect, S mount, and then arm bar. He's just setting me up. Now, in terms of being the person on bottom, same defense applies. I do almost the same exact escapes in gi as I did in no gi, right? Arm trap rolls, fists and hips, closed guard. All the same things apply. So now, let me go ahead and show that same thing from the side view. So I'm here, right? I go for the choke, turn his neck, boom, there. Now I go for the choke, he starts to defend. I can go left side or right side, boom, Americana, or smash, Americana, okay? Going for the choke, right, he starts defending it. I bring my knee to his ear on that side or knee to his ear on this side. Lock it in, because he's lifting his elbows away. So in gi, the first submission I go for is the choke. And then the Americana, then the arm bar, and then the back take. And we'll talk about that here in a sec. Whereas in no-gi, I don't have the option for the choke, so my first submission is the Americana. So that's a little bit of a caveat. Now let's talk about the choke. So go ahead, sit up in front of me. Now the choke, where before I was using the mechanics of my arms to go ahead and finish that, now I'm going to be using the mechanics of the gi. So as I come in, rather finish the choke. Last time, with your head up here, please. Oh, get your head over there, sir. Yes, thank you. Come here. Yes. So, arm is trapped right here. So he keeps his arms nice and tight. Boom. Walk this up. Lock this in. Get my figure 4 grip, the gift wrap. Now I'm going to bring my knee to the ceiling, foot to the hip, and twist him up on his side. You see how my knee came behind him right there? Now I need to sit him up. Sit him up as I get the submission, right? Whoa. Head stays behind his head, pushing him into the choke. One last time with the head facing that way. Okay, so I'm here. Watch how my elbow goes underneath his elbow. I walk this up. Get my gift wrap. Watch how I turn him, and watch how my knee sits and makes like a pillow for him. Right here. Sit him up. Well, and now I can get the choke. So, once again, you see how these fundamentals transfer all the way. So, when I'm facing him, thumb in, cross collar choke. When I'm behind him, thumb in, cross collar choke. Taking the back to a regular rear naked choke, and the gi, taking the back to a cross collar choke. Same exact thing, okay? Do you have anything to add?
Nope.
So what's nice about this one is that no gi and gi transfer really nicely. We just had to add one little thing, and then you still have all those different options, and it kind of changes up everything and gives you a multitude of avenues that you can dive down in order to make this art that is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So see you guys in the next one.